Hi butterflies! Welcome! Today we're gonna be playing some Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I've never played this, I've never seen it, I just heard about it, and I know it's supposed to be a funny game, so let's get into it. Begin game. Hi Nuzzle! Also hi Clarox, hi Snow, and hi Grumpy Gamer. How you all doing? How's your weekend?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
I do that
Orders
too.
came to him through a monitor.
Oh god, one by
him
one.
what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
God, he enjoys his job.
Was happy.
Good. I'm doing good, Nuzzle. You?
Something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
What happened?
Something he would never quite forget.
What?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting.
Did he go in the weekend by mistake?
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh. Hate Mondays. I hate Mondays. Nice. That's a weird filing. Okay, let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's the meeting room? This. It's a weird meeting room if it's a meeting room, is it? I guess not.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Should we do it the way he narrated it? To go to the left? Or should we do it our way? Funny part is that what? Left. Like he said, you can do whatever, he'll say something. Let's go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, sure, that's what I want to do. That pussy was on. Oh, it is a nice room.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all
in. I'ma stand here and drink it all in.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
Yeah.
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Yeah.
Really worth it.
And mugs. Number 1 dad.
At this point,
Be my
Stanley's obsession
Valentine.
with this room bordered on creepy. and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's
Fuel.
possible that this is why everyone left.
You're judging too much. Oh, there's another mug here.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. When a long time had
Who
passed
farted?
and there was no more,
Yeah, who
he
farted?
decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Coffee nut. And what's this one? I think it's another number 1 dad. Okay.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Ah. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift. Penalty for jumping, but it will cause death, so who cares?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Do I jump?
But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I can jump.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
You can't jump
I'm not
achievement.
asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Who?
She's been waiting.
Cool. Don't listen to him, do everything different. Okay. So he wants me to go through the door, I think, right? Because I kind of missed what he said. I'll go back here. Can I go here? No, I have no choice. I have to go through the door. It's creepy how the doors just lock behind you. Wait. Oh, I can open a door. Let's do this. Okay, this is locked. Okay. I like that whenever you press the button to open or whatever, it just typing sounds. What happens if I commit death? That's a good question. Let's go commit death.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Death.
Good job, Stanley.
Thank you.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Strong like bear. Okay. Okay, we start back at the office.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yes.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, let's speed run until we get to not the meeting room. And strong.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
No.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Who is this?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
But
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
you still didn't tell me who she is.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Let's see. Let's wait here and see what happens. You turned my volume down? Okay, I think we have to move. Let's see what this does. Okay.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you could... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
What?
You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yes.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
No.
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
No.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself dealing with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Oh, back, sack, and crack?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
Safe.
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
No.
Ah, welcome back.
What the?
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago.
Okay.
And see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
I still can't jump. Okay. Oh, wait. Ah. Okay. Open up! Open up! They're not giving me a choice. I'm a.
Now that we know
No!
your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
No.
That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
You. That showed you. Closing the door. Didn't do shit. Yeah. Yeah. I'm squeezing. Let me out. Fine. We'll contradict you the next time we can. Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. I'm not lying. Come on.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
But I don't wanna.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
They're not
he
open.
entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Open up. It's a weird door. I love this cabinet. Very modern. That one too. Doesn't let me close it. But he has to say the open doors, so. Hello? Oh my, you didn't look at this. I love it. So. Do I really have to go the other way? And always, yeah, this is the only way forward for now. What about this door? No. Doesn't close. So this way is the only way.
Ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that?
Entertainment.
What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever.
It's fine.
Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I...
Do not
No,
enter
I
without...
I have to shut the game down. I have to.
No.
I have to.
No. No! 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 Sharp! Hey, how you been? Haven't seen you here in a while. Oh my god.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish.
Look what you did.
You, who thought you were so clever. Now
You
look
thought
where
you
we
were
are.
clever.
My entire game is destroyed.
I'm
It was
good,
the only
thank
thing
you.
in
And
the
you?
world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
No, I'm not.
Oh, my story.
I'm a fully functioning
If you'd just gone
adult.
through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
No. I'm good,
behave
thank you,
exactly
Sharp.
as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes. The other left. It's funny. I like it so far. It's the very beginning, so I haven't done much. He's doing the thing again.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When
Am I breaking the game here?
Set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes, the other left. He's not talking right now, so I think I broke it.
No! Why did you
See?
do that? Quickly, hurry back.
It cuts before he even finishes.
Exactly as Stanley would.
Okay, fine, I'll go to the left.
Always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Hello? That's actually
Yet there was
reacted
not a
to.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. Reflect. Push for funding of new coffee machine. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Synergize peppers. Hire someone to papers. Synergize papers. Oh, so he doesn't want to do himself. Okay, papers are to synergized fire paper guy. Holy! Ha! Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets of the topic off. Okay. Jim. That's a weird schedule, but yeah. Why? Bi-quarterly post revenue. Technical stuff. Oh, I like the picture. No more bins. Trash cans. Renaming of the idea. Firing of me? What? What do people want? Things. Yes. Money. Violent James, you are fired. Oh, happy feelings is what's underneath that. More money, things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs about things and money. That's true. We have our new product. Nice. The stock market is somewhere here. Okay. Colored in segment. I see that. Stripes. That's true. Requires more secondary research. What is hot? Target demographic teenagers? Okay. Profits. Nice. Let's see the other board. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure the slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw a bevel on all text. Everyone is unique. You are most of all. Okay, thank you. More synergizing stuff here. Number of slides. Charts and slides. Good ratio. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Yes. Oh my god. Okay. The bus application worksheet circles 20 things love most about the bus. Okay. Okay. Moving on. Broom closet. Ow, it's closing on me. No.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Can't jump. I want to jump. What do you mean? What is this? It's oh. Hello? Hiccup, sorry. What is this? The beige pages. Understandable. Ow, hiccup. That didn't make a sound but hurt like a something. Ow.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
No. Yeah, I was gonna do something else if I enter a number. But I like this, I am the most expensive boss.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver.
Oh, yeah, I actually have to speak it? Okay. Six, six, six.
Is there a problem? You
Hello?
didn't mishear me, did you?
666.
Speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Okay, let's see something. Is there actually voice? It doesn't seem to be.
Okay, fine. You're not gonna do it?
Yeah.
But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously.
But I'm
If you
Klilith.
didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why
I
did you come
did.
this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The
I
end?
need you to walk through the door.
What do you mean the end?
Listen to me. Can you hear me? Is everything alright?
Are you kidding me?
Stanley, this is important.
No.
It needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
I got one of the endings? Alright.
Something? Anything?
Okay, let's...
This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me?
Can we...
Are you there? Are you listening?
Okay, let's go...
Are you there?
Let's start the game again then. Let's obey everything now.
All of his
Hello?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
No?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Did I mess up? And accept small things, then do the opposite. Just keep doing that. Okay. So I can accept one, the other one is bad. Yes, no, and keep doing that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling
Believe
weary
amazing
and
work every time of the
disbelief,
day.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
But there's nothing to do if I don't go. Do I just stay here? Okay, let's go and see.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There wasn't this option.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe He thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
That's true.
Doors close automatically behind him wherever he went.
That's true.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Oh.
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float
Oh
above
my.
the ground. Then he
We
imagined
fly.
himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much
Oh, that's
fun.
pretty.
And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
Which is?
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
Mm-hmm.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my
Hey.
thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all
It's
very
Stanley's
odd
Parable
and wondered if
Ultra
this
Deluxe.
voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of the world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
But waking up.
I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
But
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice?
Holy.
Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
what the- but
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
what? I'm clueless.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on
Can I
this
slap him?
particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Okay.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
Feels longer.
She turned and ran.
Okay. Oh, why did she run? But what do we do now? Do we obey
All
everything?
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait a second. Can I actually run quicker? Let's see.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Let's do everything now, as he says.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We go to the office. Wait, this wasn't here before? Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Okay. Extreme bathrooms. Hello? Okay, can't do anything here. Pretty sure the bathroom wasn't there before. Oh, this one. Hey. Give me a second. Doors monthly. Nice. Elevator? Hello? I didn't see this before. Nice. Oh yeah. Elevator music. Quiplash. I'll try. How long has it taken? Ah. The office looks different. Is the bathroom the same? Seems so. Hype.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
There's a thingy that I could interact with here.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
Twiddly
Trying to
toes.
input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Let's see. It's 6996.
2845.
666 0 6969 666.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself.
Uh-oh.
And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
What the hell? Why would this be next to the office? Fall? Hello? Drink water. Actually, don't know if I have water here. I haven't really drunken anything since since I had the tea this morning. Okay, I have some water. There we go. We go up. Can't go up. Down. We go down. Where's my elevator music? Where is it?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Do I?
There was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
What happens if I go back upstairs?
Whoops. Nope. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Me too. Let's explore. Maybe there's something else different in the office. That looks the same. What's this here?
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator.
Yeah.
It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Good. Now we go down again.
Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this? Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
Yeah.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape! Run away!
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Not scared.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I'm fine. And I'm close.
At this point,
Please
Stanley was making
remember.
a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yes. Death. The Grim Reaper. I want to see the Grim Reaper. Geronimo! Nice. Holy. Ah,
As the
okay, you're
machine whirred
moving.
into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his
I
demise,
can't.
he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the
Oh.
bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
No, no, no. No. Floor? Crouch?
Farewell, Stanley,
Oh.
cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
No, I'm not. Okay, this way it is. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Well, I don't know. You tell me. Keep walking.
When every path
Oh.
you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
Oh, look.
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh. The two doors. A set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of Stanley's Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Ah. The office. Hello? Anybody home? We'll explore everything. Filing cabinets. That's true. Let's see what else. Nature's paintings. Button sounds. Selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and synthesized tone. I know. Didn't hear these sounds. What are you talking about? Credits. What's this? Office computers. No. I'm Klilith. The office. Okay. Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. Holy. They're printing money there. It's a way to get rich. Bicycle. Early in development was designed an ending where Stanley would end up in the battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which is not our intention. Oh. Still sounds cool. What does that mean? Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these for the promotional materials, we never found the perfect use of them. Here are a selection of those emails. Oh, that's a spam mail. What this? The apartment timer. The previous version of choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Oh. Cargo lift. The cargo lift always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of playing falling to his death. You're in a water balloon fight? Nice. The meeting. Oh wow. These are... Did we get all the endings? Wait. I think we didn't get them all, so I kind of want to do it again. Zanding livers? These livers are really part of the Zanding. Okay, let's try to start again. Shall we? And if we don't get a different ending, we will change game. This was a bit short, if it's the game. Oh.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Look.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
I don't know.
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
How?
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
I don't want to finish the game.
Forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
No. Death. Yes. Death. Okay. So...
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
Should we press?
No, the orders were still missing. For now.
Okie dokie. It's not telling us where to go or what to do. So I'm gonna try and see if I can go somewhere. Here. Hello? Hello? Anybody home?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Of course.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
It's
Stanley knew it perfectly
fine.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Hello? Hello?
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace, its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
What's in here? Oh, we never went this way, did we? Wait a second. We never came this way.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Keep. On track.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office.
No.
He wanted to wander about.
Yeah.
And get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Open up.
Now, let's see. We went right, left, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
No. Hello? Open up. No. Oh, that's rude. You're blocking my way. Fine.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
No.
Okay. We just
Fired. Oh.
Back to, who am I kidding?
What's my number?
It's all rubbish now. The whole story is completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
No.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
No. So rude. Hello. Let's go. Fine.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's fine. We will go to the right.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
Yeah.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No, I didn't click anything.
Move the story somewhere or Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I'm not sure that it's here somewhere.
There's a lot of doors now.
It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Let me jump. Ooh. I'll go here. Oh, it's a maze. Now it feels like a horror game that I've seen. Lovely view. Oh, okay. These two lead to each other.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Don't worry about it.
Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot.
No! Let me play. You.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
427.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
427, just in case I need to remember.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
But... Okay. Let me get into the other rooms. Hola. Excuse me. Do you have a moment for our Lord and Savior?
Aha! I knew we'd miss something.
Cheese?
The story. Here it comes.
No, I'm lying. It's Sir Chunks.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way.
Yeah,
And
there's
retrace
no
our
other way.
steps.
This looks different.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all.
No.
Is this the story? I don't think so.
Could be.
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
I don't know. What did you
remember,
write?
Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since
I'm
I've
clueless.
completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations!
But it's no fun doing that.
You put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Thanks, but I wanna actually win.
I don't feel right about
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Hey.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
By the way, remind me I have tea, guys. I win! Yeah! Oh my god.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
We never went through there. I'll go to the usual route. Should I actually follow the line? What do you guys think? Tell me. Should I follow the line or should I go to the usual route? Line, usual route. What do we pick? Usual route, okay. Route, whatever you want to call it.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Okay, we have no option for this one, so. Yeah. Somebody spilled their tea. That's sad. These have letters on them.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there?
Yeah.
Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Okay.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
I got pushed in there.
I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
Is it haunted?
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Ooh. This. Oh. It's giving me RuneScape vibes for some reason without the lyrics. With lyrics. Oh god. Okay. I can't walk on the wall. I can't jump. Oh, stupid box. Aw. Nice. do that. It's no fair. I'm actually enjoying this music a lot. Ziggy ziggy. Wait. Huh? Doop 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 doo doo dum dum. Da 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 dum. Da 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 da. Oh. Dum 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 dum.
Wait, cut the music.
Aw,
Go back.
I was enjoying that.
Turn.
No, I'm following. I followed the line. Ziggy zaggies.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
427.
Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you,
427.
after everything we've been through,
It's there.
you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Ah. Okay. Whee.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Do I have a choice? No. Okay. That direction.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
We're
Go
going
wild.
in squares.
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley,
Aha.
I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
We go on an adventure. Ooh.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door
Going
has
anti-clockwise.
to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to
Actually,
go,
I must stand
there
here.
must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
I don't know.
Since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
Okay.
Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Hey, Madge. But I want to go to the left. Road. Confusing, I think. Wait. No, I haven't been playing for that long.
What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how
I think we
all
did
this goes?
that more.
It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing. Well, you consulted me. Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
You're always saying something in all of this.
No, it can't be.
Yes, you
I
are.
don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Okay.
And the
No.
timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
I don't know.
Whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
I mean, you could open the door.
Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Oh, God. Jump scared by the game. Back in the office we are.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hello? Hello? Excuse me?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Actually, yes. Let's go. We go across this room quickly.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
No.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We do. We go here. Let's use the elevator again. This time we go down. We went up the other time. Yes. Cue elevator music, please. Ah. What? Are we on a different floor?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's
This time we
desk,
can put the
pulling
code
books off the
properly.
shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number, 2845.
Okay.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, we're still here. We just got it right the first time. So... Wait a sec. Is there something in here? Okay, it's too dark. Down it has to be. Okay. I think we might be able to choose a new path here. Maybe.
Stanley walked straight ahead
Oh
through the
yeah,
large door that read
we did the
Mind
escape last
Control
time.
Facility.
Oh. We push the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Maybe. Let's see. Ooh, more buttons. Well, we know it's the camera room, so... Bloop.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
4
Their true nature
to...
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
4 to 7, that's one. In the middle. Wait, what did it say underneath the name, the number? Switch. CCTV, okay. And... Boop.
This mind control facility,
Forgot?
it was too horrible to
What did you
believe
forget?
it couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
I mean...
Was this the only reason he was stuck with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Maybe?
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
Oh.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I mean, some people do that. Yeah, we need to start it from the very beginning for that, though.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Mind control
Happy,
status
or
offline.
sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I saw buttons. I want to click the buttons. So let's go to the buttons. Okay, let's start with number 1. 1. And 3 was this way. And
Ja, stimmt, ich bekomme noch einen Bonus, wenn ich Spiel komme.
nothing happened? What is this? Just floor. Okay, so kind of makes me think of Portal as well. Oh, there's a 5. Where's the 6?
Meanwhile, Axel bekommt immer wieder mehr und mehr Punkte.
Wait, where's the 4? We missed the 4. Actually, they're doing nothing. Maybe we will find something here?
Nope.
No.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yes.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted?
I will rule the world.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oh.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
That's
How long
fine.
until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your
Yeah.
story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh,
Okay.
this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off.
Buttons.
But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Ah, that's a 4.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
We pressed 3. Those monitors said
I let the office sink
3.
into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich.
Press any key to send power surge.
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
Oh.
I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not?
Okay.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley?
Not sure I'm doing
You
it
have
right.
no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right
Yeah,
now?
I don't
Did
have
you
a
just
clue.
assume when you saw that timer that
Oh.
something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything,
Didn't see a
anything,
big red
something
button.
here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Oh,
You're only
well.
still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy.
4.
You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you
Yeah.
can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have
It's
left. to strike.
fine.
30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice.
Shaky.
Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Everybody, I've got to go. I wonder if there's actually a way to solve it. Or was it me just pressing random buttons and trying to solve things, but I was not really doing anything. Okay.
All of his
We
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
will go to the right door again. Maybe we find the phone.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
We will admire it.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness.
Yes.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Goodbye. We will go here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not
No.
your enemy, really.
I don't have feet.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
It's fine.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
Should we answer it, or should we leave it ringing?
To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Should we pick it up? I'm gonna pick it up this time. We can always come back here. I'm gonna try pick it up this time, and then we can always come back here and just let it ring until it stops. See what happens then. But hey.
Is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
No.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Ooh.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Can I move first? Thank you.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Oh, you're rude. Fine. Hello.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning. Press X on your keyboard. Okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow.
Okay.
He has a job that demands nothing of
Oh,
him.
Cliff.
And every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Fine.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button.
I'm hungry.
Now
Can you
he's
make me
eating lunch.
food?
Now he's
No?
going home.
Okay.
Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Pressing all the buttons that are not that one. Doesn't work. Q it is.
In his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press M to watch TV. Okay.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he
So just
imagined
move.
that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
I was drinking my tea. Press J to spend time with the boys. Nah. Any other button? Nothing works. Okay.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Fine.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and
Is the floor
destinations.
changing?
Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls.
Oh, the file.
Down
Oh, it's
another
file
was a yellow
cabinets now.
line that
It is
weaved in
changing.
many directions.
It's
Down
becoming the
another was
office
a game
again.
with a baby, and he called it the Stanley Parable.
Huh. Your kid's story. Well, don't have kids.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived
More
it
things.
again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer.
Oh.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Okay.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I'll do it.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Mirror. I will not press it. I will wait. Should I? Let's just wait a few seconds. Not minutes. Minutes would be too long. Yeah. Whoop, whoop. Let's try and center this while we wait. No. Do we press it? Do we press it? By golly, what? You've done it? You've done it!
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
Nice.
We're not so different, I suppose.
Good job, Stan.
I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time you'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed
Please
a button.
die. Okay, that's rude.
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
You forgot that. That's fine. This is an easy thing to do. Stretch. I needed that stretch.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Well, everybody's missing anyway. Where are they? Hello? Hello? Excuse me?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh. Touch everything.
Oh,
Excuse me?
new content? What does that mean, new content?
This game is fun. Loading. Ooh.
Hello, and thank
Hello.
you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
No problem.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Was it?
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Okay.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Nice.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Thanks.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Touch everything.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken?
I don't know.
What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, here we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Do it, do it, do it.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Yes.
All right.
Jump. I can jump?
All right, let's see. It's the jump.
Yes, I can finally jump. Let's jump them all. Yes, do it. Do it. Aww. But I want to jump more. No.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Really? Okay, let's keep going here. Can I jump, please? Aw, I can't jump anymore.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Better than just crouching.
Then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's
another one.
Very good. Yes, I knew there had to be something else.
Nice blue floors. That's
I'm
good.
ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content.
You've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really
I want to
about.
jump.
No frills, no gimmicks.
I want to jump.
Just you and me having a great time together like always.
If you let me jump.
What do you say, friend?
If you let me jump. Let's see. Hello. Okay, can I jump?
Stanley,
Ooh.
come over here. In the vent.
In a
I
minute.
want to show you something.
I want to see what else there is. I could actually go back there.
You don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Smoking bed for
Never
you.
mind. You're not a dork.
Okay. Coffee nut. Okay. By the way, I'll reach 2 hours and then stop for today. I have food and I want to eat. Unless I do a be right back and continue playing. I could do that.
But it got me thinking about it first, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
What? Oh my god, a cathedral? What is this? Nice scenery.
I call it the memory zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Can I jump? No. You still can't jump. Memory zone. Oh.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
Pictures of the office, for fuck's sake. Okay, what about this one? Postcards. Our first kiss, my first car. The release of Parable 13. Trip down memory lane. Smile because it happened. Money. Okay. TV. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. I'll fail that one.
You want to skip that?
Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Okay. That's where the lady found us. Little Stanley. Aww. It's a mouse. Or hamster. Hamster. Ooh, pretty.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing.
Nothing.
It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Okay, so is it me or that's gonna close if I go there? Maintenance. Fine, we cannot go there. Person of the year. Yes.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
I'll let you read
The
it for
Stanley
us.
Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
But games. How do I go there? Excuse me? Excuse me?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Open up. Remove the boxes if you want me to go there. Hello? Can I jump? Still can't jump. Did I ruin the game by jumping all the jumps? Hello? Can we take... You know what? Maintenance, maybe. Aha!
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Ooh.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
I don't know. No.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Understandable. But you're funny. You're funny. It's okay. You're funny. I find you funny. It's more confusing what you need to do sometimes, so you don't do the same thing that you did before. Another one.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Yeah. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel
You're fine.
like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot.
No.
I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it.
No.
It's what the players have been asking for.
But that's not what I asked for.
No more listening
wanna
to
jump.
me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up.
No.
Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It goes on for nearly
It keeps going and
10,000
going.
years, until just yesterday.
You know what?
Here and there, forward
I'll
and
be
back,
right
and not a
back.
moment before lunchtime.
And,
Can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say...
I'll keep it on this.
The
I'll be
story
right back.
and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say...
the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back.
Okay, we have no choice. Also, I have the food, so I'll be eating on the side instead of going AFK.
You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room.
No.
Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at
I'll just skip it again.
I've checked. Oh, Stanley, look back. Look back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all the time. Just sitting here with a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right?
Yeah.
Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've...
How long will it be this time? A month?
Oh,
a year?
No, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. I've never sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year. Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret.
Oh, he's not talking no more. We still do not have a door. So, boop. Do we have a door?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough.
So much rambling. So no door.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Oh. The roof is leaking. Is that a sign we can get out? Maybe the roof will break or something. Okay, let's continue. Haha! It did break. Still no door. Skip. Oh, beautiful. Aw, they're gone. Do it. Oh. There we go. Oh boy. Are we free? Let's go on all sides. Just to see what a beautiful land this is. Desert? Definitely can't climb up. Okay. We go forward. And we still can't jump. Into the distance we go. And oh, something happens. Back at the office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's go to the phone again.
So,
Oh boy.
I'm in game.
Now with neons. Okay.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Do it. Okay, Snow. See you. You take care.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable. and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this
I'm talking to the narrator.
nonsense.
Oh,
say we take it one step even further. Which is
I thought I saw somebody saying they're going.
For the first time ever,
did I imagine it?
Parable 2.
I did. I don't know.
Yes,
the end is never the
is
end.
Far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions. Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel, an entirely new experience built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
Taste the sequel.
This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Double doors?
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra
Depends.
Deluxe? What does it even
Nice
mean?
office though.
But the Stanley Parable 2
very
that's
modern.
an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
New content is out. New content part 2 is in. More TSP, which I don't know what that means. Better TSP. Win-win. Sequential mindshare. Paragram shift synergy. Brick and mortar approach. Envelope client. Color red. Leverage. Holistic value. It does look nice. Very nice. Very good, very nice. Automatic. Well,
Now,
there
to
are.
be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to
Can we
be.
jump?
But
No.
let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
Jumping?
I figure that if I can mostly organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
I like that they're trying to draw the two and this little diagram over here. Beautiful. Two. Nice, nice. Okay, we can go this way. New features. Where's the jumping? It's a bus. Wait, is this actually... No. Let's go.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Can I jump? Name, here yours today. Okay. No screenshots. The whole new office. Oh god, that looks hectic. Please no screenshots. Did you hear like the static for phones? It's here. You know what? Since it said no screenshots, we will screenshot.
Oh no. Things come up.
And nothing happened. Okay.
Watch.
Maybe we need to press print screen, but this particular keyboard does. Oh, actually, I can. But it doesn't seem to be working. Okay. So no, I was thinking of maybe we get a little achievement from it. Merch. Okay.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration. like balloons, but I'm undecided on get well someday and happy 12th birthday. Which would you go with?
I'm gonna eat blue.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well someday it is.
So that's wrong.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Jump circle. Aww.
Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Aww. That's rude. Nah. But I wanna jump. Oh my god, this is a big place. Free achievement at Q. Where is it? We are here. It's in that corner. New plus easy achievement. Let's do it. I see. That's cheeky. Okay. Let's see the notice board thing again. And we'll decide where to go. Merch. Pillow. I think we can go to the achievement. Collectibles. I just want to see what they are. Collect them all. Ooh.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
I see. It's a bit rude. No. Guess we move backwards. Or not? Okay. Come on. Move. Am I stuck on something? Yes, I was. Or... I don't see... We need to continue going towards it. Game. Can... Okay. Wait, this way? Doesn't do anything. Okay, now can we exit? Oh, it's not. What the hell is going on? Okay, let's do something. Because we can't change it. We're stuck. There's no way to go. We can't get closer to that. Is game broken? Game? Oh, we're getting closer. Okay. Nice. Okay, okay.
Combination of all of them.
Nice. Okay, we got one.
So boring and horny.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Hey, it's nice. I usually like it more when collectibles are cool, pretty.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes.
Ooh.
You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Can we fix it? No. Rude. Where do we go next?
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I don't know. Let's head to the exit. Cool decor.
Oh goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the bucket exhibit. You see, there's a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the bucket. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the bucket, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
Bucket. Oh, B12. B2. B12. Okay, so around the corner. Let's see.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical. It engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair.
There's no bucket.
Played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart.
Oh, it's coming from the sky.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Bucket.
Can you feel it?
No.
The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Thank you.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Oh, thank you.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Nice. Now, how about... Okay, the door opened just because I reached that place. Okay.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
Well, I did enjoy the one in Stray. It was small and cute. Bucket. It's a weird perspective art, but cool. Okay. Oh my. Okay.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you
Many
like
chairs.
all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Nice. What?
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on.
Go
Let me
there.
do a different arrangement. Okay, yes. Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Like jumping.
Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
Okay.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Okay, let's see what this takes us to.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427.
Skip works. Okay, give me a second.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Well,
he
someday-
missed a memo.
My bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Balloon. No new features. Can we jump? No, we still can't.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Yeah. My bucket.
Truly, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo
Yeah.
lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unreservedly did whatever the bucket asked.
Do we obey what the bucket says? Let's see.
In here,
said the bucket.
go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Well, there's no way to go anywhere else anyway.
Now pick up the phone.
No.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone,
No.
and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
No. This time we're not answering it. Eventually it will stop ringing. Right? Bucket? How long ago will it ring actually? Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. Ding, dong, ding, 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 ding. Banana phone. Well then. Bucket? It's still ringing. Stop. Stop. Is it gonna stop ringing? Do I need to pull the plug again? And you know what's weird? It's an electric plug. Phones don't work on that. No. Phones work on a... it's like an internet cable but smaller. I forgot what it's called. RJ11? Yeah. Can you stop? You know what? I'm pulling the plug. It's taking too long.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone?
The bucket told me.
Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Funny.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
Yes?
What is
Oh my God.
comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes.
Okay.
Let's dive deeper.
Okay.
If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body.
Not really.
These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing.
What is it?
Joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds, and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny. Yeah. I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy.
I'll forget in the next 20 seconds, so I'm sorry.
Out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is.
I see.
With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, with each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threatened our very existence, and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Okay. That was intense joking.
Goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Okay. But only if you say the joke properly, okay? The hiccups. Of course, you're gonna do this again, aren't you?
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now?
Eating cheese, probably.
Sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke.
Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
But the bucket. Okay. So we're going back to where the two doors are. So here
we go. You ready?
Yeah.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Sure.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this was all covered very clearly.
Okay, then open up again.
I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
I'm not Stanley.
Here we go.
Rude.
Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors. They entered the door on the left.
You happy now? Oh, why?
What? We're back at the phone already?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Shortcut.
There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. Now the timing's completely off.
Don't worry about it.
Will never land. Will not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instruction.
No.
Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
No.
Stanley, you love the bucket so much.
Again?
It's as though all of your other most prized possessions...
We came to another end.
Comparison, yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley.
I still have my bucket.
That you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? It is a delivery. Pale with shame. Pale with shame. Pale. Stanley, this bucket is so mental. I think I saw it playing guitar.
Nice.
Getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos.
Now what? We can stop the game here for today. So actually, it's loaded. What? It's loaded. It's loading. I don't know what is loading. But maybe we can do something else. Let us try.
Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is it? Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms,
check if the orders...
and a wave of comfort rushed over him. No, the orders were still missing. For now.
Let's see. So many doors. You never know which to pick. No.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay. To the left, to the right.
Oh my god, that's kind of creepy.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs.
No, we're going
office.
down.
Okay.
Ooh. Hell yeah.
One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
Yeah.
By that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried.
Hey, Driz.
So, I implore you to savor each
How you
and
doing?
every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Nice. Glad we
But Stanley
came.
just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. That's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd.
I noticed that before you said it.
Floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed.
Good.
Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance,
Keep flying.
he heard it, calling to him. Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Where are you,
Could
bucket?
it truly be? He rushed forward from
Bucket.
room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
No.
Stanley. find me. He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
No, my bucket! So rude.
This is the story of a woman.
Oh, Mariella? Was it just that name as well before?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
She
rose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular
she had a bucket!
Her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was.
He didn't have
This
his bucket.
man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. He'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought. And she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work. Her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity in everything. She thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Damn. That's intense. Let's see. Let's go get the bucket. I want the bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting. The confusion
With the
and
bucket.
chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Okay. We will
Stanley
go
clutched the bucket tightly to
there.
his chest and entered the door on his left.
We go directly to the... How can we find them? Do tell. Floating objects have appeared across the office. We have synchronized our resources to ensure the retrieval. There's so many questions. No memo on management. Okay. Much yellow. Figurine Finders Committee. Ooh, there's more stuff. Okay. Mission statues. Inside of sequel exhibit. A large room, lots of boxes. Stairs, something to do with the stairs somewhere, both red and blue. Nearby a fireplace. A private but smelly place for an important person. Lol, looks like 4 to 7. Haha. 5, there be just take it from me. Is there some kind of game? There must be a point to this. Blibby. Hello. Oh.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you?
No.
The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs
I
to
should
the
have waited for the
office.
Drink water. Asha. I'll drink water. Actually, yes. Didn't drink much today. 2 cups of tea and the sip of water that you gave me with the other hydrate before. So, yep, you are correct. I am in need of hydration.
20 seconds later.
Haha.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley things? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think
Stanlerines, yeah.
Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Stanley. because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the bosses suffered losses, then that's what the bosses chose. True.
This picture is the same idea.
Okay. What will we do with the bucket and the elevator? Time to dance with the bucket. And up. No! Blib Blib, this is my friend. Mr. Bucket. We do not do that to him. Is there no up?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
That's true.
In his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos?
Oh.
It would be with him always. The bucket,
Yes.
and he knew it.
Of course it will be with
The two of them
me.
were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
You didn't?
Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845.
2869. Okay.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
2,
Trying to
8,
input
4,
anything on the device
5.
was useless, but Stanley guessed the correct
No,
code
it's
by
not.
sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Yes.
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Another one.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think?
Figgly.
The name
Stanlerines.
better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1. Let me sit on it. I'm
Stanlerines.
sure it will come to me.
Oh, I don't have tea. But I'll have another sip of water.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
Good.
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Nice, nice.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
No. Escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall,
Oh yeah,
Stanley
we
and the
do
bucket
die.
would both meet a violent death. The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around
Let's
and
check.
get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. How was it? Yeah, okay. Let's go back to the mind control room. Maybe we can solve the puzzle this time, if there's a puzzle. Come on. Such a long corridor. Long.
Open. Warum sieht es aus, ob ich Kokswerfer bin?
And we are almost there. Also, I will stop playing streaming soon for
Stanley
today.
and the bucket thought better of it and realized they simply had too much to live for.
Und das will ich jetzt melden.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Well, we go.
Oh no.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
No.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Yes, our bucket friend needs reassurance.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
That's a good question.
Raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Bucket.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Oh yeah, we can choose no this time.
Or content.
We chose
Walking,
yes last
eating,
time.
working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. As the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world.
Yes.
They high-fived in a really cool way. The bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
I don't know. Is it?
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
Oh.
True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to...
Yeah?
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
Oh.
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket.
My bucket
lengths not to part with the bucket.
is stronger than you.
No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Find out what? What will my bucket and me find? No! Another one.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Okay, but I think we shall stop here for today. We have reached 3-hour mark, and maybe we can explore this a little bit more next time. So let us do this. We will do a little outro and then we go raid somebody. So I hope you enjoyed this. It was really fun. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You have a good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever you're having. Take care. Bye.